Bharani Nakshatra. Bharani is a powerful nakshatra. I mean, ruled by Lord Yama, the son of Surya and the brother of Lord Shanidev. Yam is the god of death in Vedic culture. And so Yama's job is to take souls from this lifetime and guide them to the next one. Yama indicates the culmination of one process. But as you will see with Bharani, there is also an indication of starting something new. Because Bharani is also associated with the female yoni, one of the symbolisms. If you look at it, that's where we get life. That's how we came into the world. And so all of these highly material, tangible interpretations apply to Bharani. But above all, the energy, the Shakti of Bharani Nakshatra is Apa Bharani Shakti, the power to take things away with the waters. Now, if you checked out the video that I made on Purvashada, you must have seen that I mentioned Apas. She's the consort of Varun. She's the younger daughter of Lakshmi. She indicates the treasures of the ocean, the treasures of the waters of life, right? There's a lot to be received, there's a lot to be had, there's a lot of fulfillment to be found. That is why you took birth in this physical form in this lifetime, right? But an essential part of getting all of the treasures is also understanding that ultimately all of them have to go. Everything must dissolve and start again. Great cities like mythological, I'll say, that's the right, correct English way to say it, but we don't believe that it is mythology. We believe that the city of Dwarika, the city owned by Lord Krishna, actually truly existed, right? And there have been a lot of conspiracy theories and a lot of talk about a lot of different cities in the world become submerged as a result of shift in the tectonic plate movement over thousands, like hundreds, thousands of years, right? So you have to understand that everything that you receive here on this material plane must be let go of. Bharani people can actually be very I, me, myself kind of individuals, but they're coming from the right intention, is that they begin to look at life, okay, then if that is what the nature of the world is, if we're going to have to let go of the things that we really want, that we really love, if life is that, if we have to make peace with the fact that, everything that you can get, but it's temporary, then there's some condition attached with it, then how can we live the best life? Well, the way to live the best life is to focus on what you can create, what you can have, what you can build. The shadow aspect is, as with the female yoni, as with the symbolism of, Yama, as with the symbolism of the power to take everything away with waters, Bharani individual need to guard themselves against infatuation, guard themselves against excessive indulgence, because that upsets the spiritual balance of this energy. And so every time that you find yourself indulging too much in anything, even in a relationship, things are going to go south from that point until you can come back to your center and come back to being the strong, stoic individual that you are. Now, what is very interesting is that you have Venus ruling such a nakshatra. Well, it's not surprising. Shukracharya, Guru Shukra, is the only one who knows Mrit Sanjeevani Vidya. And so Venus and Shukra's energy are also related with rejuvenation, rebuilding, and coming back to life. Bharani individuals quite often will go through many periods of renewal and death and rebirth, phoenix-like rising from the ashes kind of situations in their life. That can quite often be the case. Because with this nakshatra, what is the biggest thing that you have to understand is that what goes around does come around. Ultimately, you will not escape karma. That's number one. The second thing that you'll understand here with this nakshatra is nothing worth having in life is going to come without considerable amount of patience. So resilience is one of the most important things that Bharani individuals have to learn to master in this life. Ashwini Nakshatra onwards, the next three nakshatras, Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, the extremely spiritual forces of change, of spiritual development, of letting go, of being patient, but also being able to accomplish quite a bit for society. Okay, so there's a lot of power here in these placements, and I'm not surprised, because if you look at it, Ketu, Shukra and Sun, these three entities, actually if you look at your life, are the most instrumental entities in you being able to realize what you want to in the world. Venus is primarily about the appreciation of existence of the material plane, why your soul is here. If your Venus is not good, primarily you're not able to enjoy this thing. Like, I'm here, like, why the hell am I here? Okay, sure, life is tough. Then I have to become calculative about it. But if your Venus is good, your experience more or less is good for you, right? Sun, your confidence in being able to be who you are. And Ketu is just having some kind of natural ability and an understanding that, okay, I have these talents, I just have to find out how to use them. So Bharani falls bang in the middle of this energy, these two twin nakshatras, Ashwini and Kritika, who are excessively about spiritual development. And so this is an energy which is about balancing the understanding of the spiritual and the execution of the material. Bharani people can be great business people. Bharani people can actually, this is a nakshatra which can give you great success in worldly things, like dealing with luxury items, high net worth individuals, luxury cars. You mistake the meaning of yam and death. I mean, most of the time people do. Shiva is the god of death, and he has the ability to give boons that nobody else can give. Why? Because death has a dual nature attached with it. Okay, one of the natures of death is that everything is going to go ultimately. Here, have a good time. Just remember, your time's limited. You can have whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. There is also one philosophy of looking at life. But then there will be consequences. Yama is here to say there may not be consequences for being in this lifetime, right? But in the afterlife, I'm going to put you through that process of purification. So that is why if you look at Bharani Nakshatra people, they can be great in, the trade of casinos, bars, liquor, cigarettes, tobacco, sexual wellness, any kind of luxury, like luxury chocolates, the kind that are like worth thousands of dollars, rare kind of food, high, fine dining, finest clothes, things that are not easily accessible for the common man, but have a lot of desire associated with them. Bharani people can actually, be great at all of these professions. Why? Because that is the nature of this nakshatra. It dissociates you from attachments, and when you do that, you become an extremely practical, calculating, sometimes cold, that is one of the difficult aspects, but mostly you turn into a very practical individual who looks at life the way it is, and he's like, okay, great, that's the rule of life, what's in it for me, and I'm going to make sure that there's something in it for you. It should be mutual, that's it. These people can make great businessmen, they can do pretty well with respect to finance. These are the kind of people, however, who should guard themselves against greed. You have to guard yourself against that. Ambition is good, realizing something that you want in the world, wanting to do that is good. Desire is also good. But greed is problematic, because with greed, you will lose sense of the spiritual purpose. So, Bharani Nakshatra people, if your life is not going well, please stop comparing yourself to others, comparing your lives to others. Stop that. And multiply your sources of income. 50% of your problems are going to be solved there. And point number 3, turn into your spiritual, essence. It's going to be difficult. Bharani people can quite often be quite materialistic. But if you can balance it out with a spiritual connection within, your life can change massively. Because there's so much more that you're capable of if you realize your power. Okay? That's kind of what it is here. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you can stay abreast of all the wonderful content that I post here, and push the bell icon so that you can be notified every single time I post. As if you would also like to inquire about my Astro Life Coaching Practitioner course, the seats are limited. The link is given here in the description box. If your profile is shortlisted, if your application is shortlisted, we'll contact you to schedule a discovery call. After that, we'll plan out how we proceed. Okay. Thank you so much. Take care. Adios.